Hey, what's going on? It's your boy back at you with another video. And today I want to talk about Kevin Durant. And I want to talk about the rumors about him going to the Lakers and talk about Phoenix Suns. And a lot of Phoenix players has been rocking 35 jerseys. And you know what's funny though? What's funny about this clown, Kevin Durant, right? Kevin Durant, he wants to go play with the Phoenix Suns, right? This cat is real funny. He wants to go join the Phoenix Suns, and they had the best record in the NBA last year, even though they might have came up short in the NBA playoffs last year against the Dallas Mavericks. They got humiliated, but he wants to join the Phoenix Suns or play with Kyrie Irving and LeBron in Los Angeles. And it just shows you, man, how much of a clown Kevin Durant is, man. You got to be the weakest motherfucker in the world, man. Why you can't run that? Why you and Kyrie Irving couldn't run that shit back for another year? At least you can say, we tried to make it work. Today's ain't gonna be on this long. I'm on my little 5-minute break. But man, today's NBA is just so fucking weak, man, that everybody wants to fucking team up. Can't win on their own. It's the same old shit. Just like Paul Pierce said 5 years ago, if you can't beat them, join them. If he joined the Phoenix Suns, that would be the weakest shit in the world. You're gonna join a team that's been winning that went to the NBA Finals a year ago. It's the same shit he did in Golden State. He just makes sucker ass moves. Then he always bitches and cries about how he's never happy. And Rob Parker, I looked at that video last night, and Rob Parker said that it's a sucker move, and he was right. It's a weak ass move to go. You're gonna go play with Chris Paul and Devin Booker. You can't win on. It just shows you cannot win without a stacked deck. And that shit is just it kills basketball. Now if LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Durant play on the same team, I have no respect for them, because it's obvious that these guys just don't want to compete. They don't want to compete, man. LeBron don't want to compete. He's the GOAT, but he's always teaming up with everybody. Why he can't win on his own? Why can't Kevin Durant? Kevin Durant has yet to prove that he can win a championship without the Golden State Warriors. You know, it's just sad how they left the Brooklyn Nets in shambles. They gave Kevin Durant anything he wanted, and he still dipped on them. I've never seen a selfish ass motherfucker. Look what he did in OKC. You left a team for a team that beat you? I swear to God, man, Kevin Durant, I got no respect for this guy. I have no respect for him. He's such a pussy, man. He's such a pussy. And I don't mean no disrespect, but he's just a fucking pussy, man. He can't never win shit on his own. He can't win shit on his own. And if he goes to Phoenix, man, he will be the biggest pussy in the world. You go to a team that won 64 games, just like you went to a team that won 73 games. He is such a pussy, man. And I don't understand why you guys never call him out on this bullshit. Because we got a lot of Kevin Durant fanboys on YouTube. Why? I mean, let me ask you a question. What value would 2023 ring if he teamed up with Bron, Kyrie? Yeah, with Bron and Kyrie. What kind of value would Kevin Durant have that ring? It would be worthless. Just like them 2 rings in Golden State was worthless. Because this year, they made them even more worse. Because they went and won a team. Steph Curry He won a ring without you and was finals MVP. So I go to show you that they didn't fucking need you. Why don't you stay? I don't understand. Why don't he stay in Brooklyn? Why don't him and Kyrie stay in Brooklyn and build their own fucking legacy? Build their own legacy. But see, they don't want to do that. They want to team hop when shit, and that's the thing. That's the problem with today's society. And I've talked about this, which people have fucking ignored me, and I'm really sick of that shit. Why y'all keep ignoring my videos? Because people don't want to hear the goddamn truth, do you? But that's today's society. We live in a microwave society, and people don't want to wait for shit. You gotta let that shit, just like Derek Fisher always said. I don't really like Derek Fisher in his personal life, but one thing I give him credit when he said that you can't cheat the grind. You can't cheat success. That, yeah, you can go team up with a bunch of people, but what respect? That ring is gonna be diluted. That's why nobody respects the championships that he had. People laugh at Kevin Durant because they think he's a joke. Because if, he don't want to compete. These guys just don't fucking want to compete. Ain't it better to get this shit on your own, like Giannis and Steph did the last 2 years? Giannis won that championship. He ain't got to say shit. Nobody can say shit about Giannis because he got it the hard way. No stack deck, no super teams. But see, nobody wants to talk about shit. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all penis ride these three players. And I just don't understand it. And he better not go to Phoenix. If he go to Phoenix after they had a 64-win season, man, I'm going to roast that motherfucker. You going to go to a team that was in the NBA Finals a year removed? Team that won 64 games. You can go play with them. Man, he a weak motherfucker if he do that shit. He weak as fuck. And he just a pussy, man. He's a pure pussy, man. Cause he ain't got no competitive bone in his body. And you wonder why you ain't getting no respect. You wonder why you keep getting clowned on Facebook every day. All he do is Twitter bang. But on the court, he can't lead. He's a great scorer. But he just don't have that leader mindset. He just doesn't have it. Some people are born with that shit and some people aren't. Kobe was born with it. Mike was born with it. Hakeem, Abdul-Jabbar, Dr. J, Dirk, Larry, Magic, Steph. Throw Steph in there. Giannis too. They all have that leader mentality. But Kevin Durant just doesn't have it. He just does not want to be a leader. And until he learns how to lead, all he does is follow. He's a follower. He acts like a groupie over Kyrie Irving. Wherever Kyrie Irving wants to go, he wants to go. Why do you want to kiss this man's ass? A man that really, you can't trust Kyrie Irving. And you following, why does he dick ride Kyrie Irving so much? Wherever Kyrie Irving go, he want to go. He acts like a little bitch. Acts like a fucking Kyrie Irving groupie. That's like he was a groupie in Golden State. Cause you don't want to compete. These guys just don't fucking want to compete. And I know I'm raw with it, but I gotta tell you the truth. These guys just can't fucking compete. And nobody's gonna respect these championships that they win. These weak cop-out ass moves. And Kevin Durant is a pussy, man. He can't win on his own. Boston swept you. Now you want to haul ass and run when shit get hard. There's an old saying in the Bible. Lord, I know I've been cursing a little bit, but I got to say this. If you faint in the day of adversity, your strength is small. And that's what happens. That's what happens with the NBA society. That's what happened with Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant. When things got hot, when adversity came, they got small. Every time. Every time when it's time to man up, he ready to run. He ready to run, he gonna run to the desert. He wanna run to LA. Stop fucking running, because you're not gonna get respect that way. Respect is earned, not given, right? Look at Doc. Let's talk about Dr. J. Me and my dad had a conversation last night. And let's talk about Dr. J. You know, Julius Erving, he lost in 77 to the Portland Trailblazers, Bill Walton, MVP, right? 1980. The Lakers was up 3-2 in the NBA Finals. And Kareem hurts his ankle, right? He's out of game 6, right? So Kareem sits in the playing chair of Magic Johnson sits in the playing chair of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and says, look, I'm playing center tomorrow and I'm going to score tomorrow. They went into Philly. He scored 42 points as a rookie and won it all. So the Sixers, let's talk about the Sixers, right? So the Sixers already lost the NBA Finals in 77 and 80. Okay, let's talk about this. 1981, the Philadelphia 76ers was up 3-1 on the Boston Celtics. Larry Bird and the Celtics come all the way back from a 3-1 lead, beat the Sixers, and win the championship in 81. Can you imagine how much pain this man, Julius Erving, went through? Then 82, they come back in 1982 and lose to the Lakers in 6 games in 1982. So, from 77, in 6 seasons, he lost, 3 NBA Finals in 6 seasons. You know how defeated and hurt that man must have been. But did you see Julius run? When times got hard, did you see Julius run? Did Julius take off? No. What they did was they went out and got Moses Malone, and they said 4-4-4, and they won the championship in 83. The Sixers swept the Lakers. Right? Did you see Julius run? Michael lost 3 years in a row to the Detroit Pistons. Did you see Mike run? Did Mike run? Kobe got swept 2 years in a row, 98 and 99. Lost in 5 games in 97 to the Utah Jazz. Did you see him run? That's why they are legends. Larry Bird lost to the Lakers. Did you see him run? Did he run? Did he quit? No. Akeem Olajuwon won another one. He lost, and for some reason, in Houston, Seattle had, if you look it up, Seattle had the Houston Rockets number. They could not beat the Seattle Supersonics for some reason. But did you see Hakeem Olajuwon give up? No. He lost in 86 to Bird in the Celtics. He had to wait 8 years to get back to the NBA Finals, but they finally beat the Knicks and swept the Magic. Why you think these guys are legends? They are legends because they didn't quit on their teams, no matter how hard times got. No matter how hard times got, they never quit. And that's why they are respected. That's why they are legends. Because when the going got tough, they didn't get going, they stayed. You keep running don't solve nothing. You keep running away. Come on, man. Come on, Kevin Durant. You better than that. You one of the best players in the NBA. Why do you need to keep running every time? Running, if you would have stayed in Oklahoma City and won one, you'd have been a legend. That's why you think Giannis is a legend now. Because he won in a small market. Milwaukee is a very small market. But he brought them a chip. He brought his organization the NBA championship. Nobody can never take that away from Giannis. Nobody. Come on, man. He was the lead dog. He was the bus driver, not the bus rider. That's all Kevin Durant want to do. Every time things get hard, he ready to run. I have no respect for Kevin Durant. I respect him as a basketball player, but as a person, I think he's a yeast infection. He's a pussy. He's soft as fuck. And I don't care what nobody say. And that's all I gotta say. I just gotta say that, you know, that all this running and bitch shit that he doing, he's a bitch for this shit. That you left Brooklyn, they did everything, they bent over backwards for you, and you fucked them people over like that? You could have won without Kyrie Irving, huh? The Boston Celtics are proof. Shit, hell, they went to three Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals without Kyrie Irving. They did better without him because he's injury prone. He can't stay healthy. He hasn't played. You running behind a guy that haven't played a full season in 5 years, but you're running behind him. You know, the point I'm trying to make, man, I have no respect for Kevin Durant. He's such a pussy. He's a yeast infection. That's it, deuces.